I'm eager to see if you agree with this. So, like to me, part of Tom Brady's like legacy is not only the fact that he's won 7, but that he's been to 10 Super Bowls. Like that he's even appeared in 10. Like in all honesty, even if he had just 5 and went to 10, I think it's the same conversation. It's a little less because he's not over the organizations, but like to me, LeBron actually being able to get to 8, like nobody ever critiques Jordan on not getting to the finals, just period. But people would critique LeBron for not making it.
So again, you're doing this. You're creating a little bit of a straw man, and I know there have been people who have brought these things up.
Uh-oh.
But like with the LeBron thing, forget losing the finals before Miami. It is a legitimate failure to lose to that Dallas team. You don't build your super team. I don't even want to get into the players, but Jordan never played with the equivalent of what Wade and Bosh were, or Kyrie and Kevin Love at those times.
I don't know.
I mean, look, I do. And so then you
though.
look at it like this. So that's fine. I'm not talking about a perfect record when I talk about Jordan being the greatest of all time. There was a league dominance, and it's also at times like you underestimate what he was doing at certain points. There was his second year in the league, he averaged 33 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists. Like you act like the guy was just a selfish scorer.
I'm not saying that.
But that's one of
But
the
LeBron's
things.
even more of that.
It's a different style of play.
Exactly.
But
and he's still able to eclipse the
what-
number 1 all-time points.
again, don't give me the all-time points because LeBron won scoring
How does that
title.
not count?
Again, that counts, but that's more of a my whole argument with Jordan is I cannot compare the longevity of statistics for the career. But I don't call Karl Malone or Kareem Abdul-Jabbar one of the greatest of all time. LeBron's number 2, so I want to start with that. What I'm saying is the longevity is incredibly impressive. What I'm talking about is the greatest in their era. Jordan dominated the league like nobody.
Okay.
And let alone, and we can get to the rest of it, and there's no argument on this, there's nobody that's impacted, I don't know, a sport ever the way that Jordan has.
I mean, I guess you could
When
say
you
that.
talk about the Nike doesn't exist without Jordan, the Jordan brand, so like,
But Nike also doesn't take the next step without LeBron.
but there's no next step to take without Jordan. Jordan's shoes outsell
very
Nike.
true, very
Jordan's
true.
shoes still outsell Nike.
Very true, because it's iconic. It's iconic. He's earlier, all of that. Like I think
Also,
that's a factor as well.
so Jordan, and this is the part, and it's not just him. Go to Bird, Magic. You can't go back too far. None of these guys got, and this is a positive. I mean, good for LeBron, but Jordan, Magic. If they got private flights, Julius Erving's, they got the ability to have cryo and all the things these players get. Load management. Jordan played 82 games every year he was healthy.
But Jordan could have.
Jordan played 82 games in 2002 when he was 10,000 years old.
Jordan could have helped his longevity too, though, by not smoking cigars and drinking every night. But then on top of that, let's get back to the impact of LeBron. I think that there's like not only is he first in points in totality, he's first in playoff points. That means you got to be in the playoffs a lot for that to happen. Like that's another record that won't fall. The only player ever.
But again, he started at 18.
It doesn't. And
it is
that's
impressive.
part of his. That's
right.
part of
it
his
is.
legacy.
It is. But also, you're talking longevity. I'm talking about domination at their peak.
I'm
because
talking
that's
about
only
domination.
for me.
Those are
No,
dominations.
that's
too.
not domination.
It just doesn't look the same.
What about LeBron playing against harder teams?
Oh yeah. Or how about
Okay,
every?
but that's subjective. Because you're saying with the teammate.
No, I think the Golden State Warriors is the best team of all time. Like
Golden
that
State
like
Warriors are the best team
2015,
of all time.
2016.
And
Yeah.
then people also forget
No,
about
so I'm
the
sorry.
original Big
Wait,
Three.
stop. The
with
Bulls
Boston.
team that won 72-10 and won the title is the greatest team of all time.
Oh, they also were.
Full
They
stop.
also were a great team as soon as Michael Jordan left.
No, they weren't.
Yes, they were. They lost one. They won one less game.
No, they didn't. What are you
Yes,
talking
they
about?
did.
No, when Jordan left, they didn't make the finals.
I'm not saying them making the finals. I'm talking about their record. They won one less game than when they
Playoffs
had.
is what matters. Pippen couldn't get them. They couldn't get the Eastern Conference.
Okay, if playoffs
They
is
didn't
what
get-
matters, then let's talk
Right.
about the years that
We
Michael
back?
Jordan.
Yeah,
Oh, my bad.
just coming back.
Great combo. This is a better combo.
We're live on
There's
TikTok.
TikTok content that you can have now, whereas we're arguing about Jordan and Pippen. But that's not on-air conversation, just because we are in Madison, Wisconsin. But I will circle back to this part of it. Chris Orr, Jim Rutledge, Rutledge Hamilton, presented by Coors Light, Alex G. Behind the Glass. When you look at greatness, it's always about the next. Because, Chris, I'm going to tell you right now, there's going to be people coming for LeBron immediately.
Yep.
If Giannis gets another title this year,
You saying he's the next LeBron?
who else?
I mean, I guess we'll have to see.
How
Everybody
crazy is
said
it?
they said the same thing about a lot of other guys. Ben Simmons, that fizzled out. Zion Williamson had the same type of hype
Sheesh.
coming out with LeBron. That has fizzled out some. He's starting to grow a little bit now. We've seen
Okay,
more.
now, but are you purposely just naming guys who just didn't do it? Giannis
They
is
were
done.
supposed to be the next LeBron. Nobody coming out.
No. Who was calling next LeBron?
I'm talking about people who had the same expectations as LeBron coming into the league and then
nobody.
trying to
Who put those things? Like, I feel like you're making up straw man arguments.
How am I making that up?
So-
Zion Williamson is probably the closest thing we can compare to LeBron as far as the hype when he was coming out.
Forget that. I don't care about the hype. I'm talking
That's
about.
part of his career.
But Giannis is tracking that way, though. I'm not talking about a guy who didn't do it. Giannis already has a ring, multiple MVPs.
All I say is we'll see because we
See,
saw.
I love this because this is
still playing.
where Chris is at right
Is
now.
Giannis not
Is
still
how I
playing?
reacted when people try to put LeBron and Jordan together.
How?
How dare you?
How? Because LeBron's actually even still going to this day. We can't even cap his career yet.
But you're proving my
You
point.
still can't
Giannis
cap
should
his
be in
career.
this conversation.
What? In the same time? Like, you're ridiculous.
No,
Like,
as far as,
come on. Thank you.
No, the next guy in the league, like Giannis is better than LeBron right now. If I'm building a team, I'm going Giannis.
Oh,
Unquestionably.
right now? Yeah, because he's younger.
But also,
Right now, of course, you're going to build a team with a younger guy.
I would say for the last 4 years, Giannis is a better basketball player than LeBron.
This is what I'll say about, back to earlier, we saw another Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant. We still have yet to see another LeBron James. And on top of that, you can't compare somebody to LeBron because he's still not done. We are just now able to start comparing careers to like Tom Brady because he retired. Like there's a stop. There's still not an end point with LeBron. So to me, that is sustained greatness for this long.
Right.
But
we're
that's
talking
so much heavier.
See, you get
than
so
some-
triggered about LeBron. What I'm
How?
saying, because you're blowing off the handle. All I said
You're
was,
not even letting me finish.
but all I said was Giannis is tracking to be a guy
and all I
that
said
could
was we'll see.
run down some of those numbers.
All I said was we'll see because LeBron's not done. You literally can't necessarily make that statement because it's still.
But
going.
Giannis has a ring before. Actually, I'm going to say this without question, and I do not even need a response to it.
What year?
Giannis's
was that?
title.
What year was it? Was of his career? Was
Giannis's title is earlier than LeBron's. Giannis's
no, I know
title.
that,
Excuse me,
but
though. But
what year?
Giannis's title is more impressive than any title LeBron James has won.
Are you
Because
serious?
nobody that Giannis played with is on the level of Chris Bosh or Dwayne Wade or Kyrie Irving. He won a title with Chris Middleton and Drew Holiday. Those guys are not those players. Giannis's title, and Giannis, what he did in the NBA Finals is one of the greatest.
No, it's not.
performances of
LeBron
all
led
time.
in every single category, down 3-1 to the best team ever.
So what?
That is the most important. That's the most impressive finals
I didn't
performance
say
ever.
No, I said one of for Giannis. Again, triggered,
Okay.
Chris.
All right, Alex, right there with me. You
But I
didn't
said,
reply.
one of the greatest performances
But
of all
the
time.
greatest
That
is
was
LeBron.
that was in season 1 in the NBA Finals for Giannis. He had a performance that is unquestionably a top 5 performance in the NBA Finals of all time from Giannis. And Giannis has gotten a title with nobody close to what LeBron did in Miami, for sure.
Okay,
Unquestionably.
well, let's also talk about how 20-year-old LeBron led the
I don't
Cleveland
care about
Cavaliers.
that.
How do you not care about that? That's an important piece of the argument. Is it not?
Rings. This is Rutledge and
If
Hamilton.
we're just going rings, Robert Orr is better than Michael Jordan.
See, disingenuous. Straw man. I'm going to call you Straw Man. Tomorrow, tomorrow we're hosting with Straw Man
Come
Chris
on,
Orr.
man.
Rutledge and Hamilton presented by Coors Light.
That was some fun stuff, guys.
I'm just saying. To me, it's more because
I agree with Jim though. Like definitely, like first of all, I agree with you because everyone was saying Zion was gonna be the next LeBron.
Thank you.
But
I've never heard like.
oh, that was all over.
was
That was all over.
Like,
Oh,
he came in the league
all
when
over
he
college
was in high
basketball.
school.
They were like,
When he was in high school.
he's
Okay,
big, like da
sorry.
da da da.
High school, maybe. He came in the league.
even
for-
after.
Oh, in the league, not at all. But in college,
that's
that
what
was
I
his
meant.
expectation.
League,
But
no, I meant, yeah,
Giannis
right.
definitely is like the next
the
best.
closest thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right now in
for
the
sure.
league for
Right now,
sure.
you know what he's just saying, like, and I'm not like knocking you. Like last year, he averaged 30, 12, and 6.
That's cool. Okay, can we also acknowledge the fact that it's
I'm
easier
not
to
saying
score
he's
now
but
compared to LeBron's early years?
just Chris,
Does that not count?
10 minutes ago, I said that Michael Jordan would be scoring 40 points a game in this league, and you said you
No,
can't
he
do that.
wouldn't.
But
As old as LeBron is, you're saying?
no, I'm saying that in his peak.
I don't think you're saying wizard.
No,
wizard.
no.
Because to me, everybody discredits the bad years of Michael Jordan's career. Nobody brings those up. Like literally, Nobody brings those up. You haven't even brought them up in this conversation.
Every conversation.
No. How is
I'm
it
not having a career discussion. I'm talking
How
about
is it not?
greatest player of all time at their peak.
How is it not?
Because I'm having a peak conversation.
But
I don't care about longevity. I care
that's
about
part
the
of
peak.
it. That's part
Hale
of greatness.
Sayers is in the Hall of Fame called one of
That's-
the greatest running backs of all time. He played 6 leagues.
That's
6
part
years.
of that, but that's still part
Terrell
of greatness.
Davis is in the Hall of Fame. One of
Yeah,
the
I
greatest
think when
running
you're
backs.
arguing, I think when you're arguing the greatest of all time.
No. You're trying to argue peak
No,
versus
you're trying to talk
longevity.
about the greatest career of all time.
No, you're
I'm
trying to
talking
argue
about the greatest player of all time.
I'm trying to because
You guys are both arguing what like works in your point better. Like, if you're talking about peak, Jordan's
Right,
gonna, you know what I
only
mean?
peak.
But like,
It
yeah, I'm just saying you guys are both arguing what's
Here's
gonna.
my thing. Here's
Okay.
my
The greatest running
If
back
you're
of
the
all time.
greatest-
It ain't Emmitt Smith,
if
but he's
you're-
got the number one
If
stats,
you're
right?
if you're the greatest player of all time, that's your entire career, not just when you were at your best. It's your entire career.
This girl says, "What about Luka? He's only 23. Is he in the running to be the next LeBron?"
We'll see.
Yes.
This all I'm saying. Listen,
As a guy that had to hear people try to crown LeBron James the king and the GOAT in year 2 in the NBA, as a Michael Jordan fan, yes, all these things are fair. And I said this back then,
I'm saying it's
that
fair.
wait till the LeBron fans have to deal with the next young bucks that come and get it. Giannis is tracking in that direction. He might not get there. So is Luka. The league is always changing.
True.
Jordan, if in his peak, playing in this league, would be averaging well over 40.
It's so easy to say that because it's a
Yeah.
hypothetical. It's a hypothetical.
LeBron, here's factual though.
That's a
LeBron won
hypothetical.
1 scoring title, played in 338 more games than Michael Jordan. If you just did Jordan's normal averages for his whole career, he blows everyone out of the water.
Okay,
Now
okay.
Michael Jordan took a year and a half off because his dad was murdered.
Okay.
If he plays, he has the record.
Okay.
So
Okay.
my point being, that has to be held into accountability.
Those
But
are
my question
ifs, though. Those
is
are
Drew
ifs.
Brees the second greatest quarterback of all time?
Football. It's a different sport.
But I'm asking you, is he the second greatest player of all
No.
time?
I'd give it to
Karl
him.
Malone the third greatest basketball player of all time?
no.
So these stats don't. Is Emmitt Smith the
So
greatest running back
certain.
of all
So
time?
hold on.
Wait, is
hold on.
Emmitt Smith
No,
the greatest
all
running
right,
back of all
you
time?
never let me talk.
But
All right. This says when you argue about the greatest player, you can't involve rings because that's a team accomplishment.
Thank you. Who won the ring? Did Michael Jordan win the ring? No. Chicago Bulls won the ring.
All right, I can't even.
Okay, and then here's my second thing.
But I'm
Here's
not
my-
even going rings. It doesn't
Okay, but
have to be rings.
Okay,
Jordan
so then what-
dominant. Jordan.
But you're saying
Who's
okay.
the most dominant
so
team in LeBron James'
This
era?
was
It wasn't
this was
LeBron James.
This was my.
That was Golden
This is
State.
my question. You're
San Antonio,
You're
Golden
saying
State?
you're saying certain.
Which I do think those teams a lot of times form to play
they formed
against.
to beat LeBron. Why
Yeah.
did the
You
Boston
don't think
Celtics?
teams
Why
tried
did
to
the
build
Boston
teams to
Celtics?
beat Michael Jordan? They just
Why
couldn't do it.
Why did the Boston Celtics?
I don't. Were the players
create-
as good though?
Why did the Boston
Then-
Celtics?
Gary Payton, Sean Kemp are both in the. I mean, Gary Payton's a Hall of Famer. Plenty
Yeah.
of Hall of Famers Jordan went against.
Plenty of Hall of Famers LeBron went against too. Why did the first true big three get created? To stop LeBron James in the East. Boston Celtics, Kevin Garnett,
And
Ray
look,
Allen.
you know who stopped LeBron James?
Paul Pierce.
Dallas
It
Mavericks
doesn't
with
matter,
the big old
though.
white guy,
It doesn't
the big
matter.
old German Dirk Nowitzki.
Okay.
He lost
You
to
wanna know-
old-ass
you
Dirk
wanna know-
Nowitzki,
you wanna
Jason
know-
Kidd,
I'll
JT
tell you
Bird.
this.
All right.
That's a stain.
No,
I
don't
took-
let him leave. Because he never let me talk this whole
You
time.
lost to the Dallas
Listen,
Mavericks.
look,
Trying
he's
to
just
call
trying
him
to
the
talk
GOAT.
over me.
You built
All right, so
your
listen to
own
me, TikTok.
specific
Listen to me,
team,
TikTok.
And you lose to the
People
Dallas
talk.
Mavericks.
People talk.
Get
He
out.
wants to talk about the importance of rings and the importance of playoff performances. LeBron has the greatest individual players performance of all time by leading every single category, down 3-1 to the best team of all time. One, he has the most postseason game winners with 5. Jordan's not on there. He has the second most game winners. Kobe Bean Bryant is number 1 in the regular season with 88. LeBron's number
Kobe's
2 with
better than
80.
LeBron, too.
LeBron's number 2 with 80. Michael Jordan's not even top 5.
All right, bye TikTok.